I'm getting my mom in trouble. No, but she would like discipline us.
Of course.
The Hispanic way. If you guys are Hispanic, you know how that works.
TJ Maxx. In the front of TJ Maxx in the car.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the 8th episode of In the Fire. I'm so excited for this one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. Whether you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, or watching us on YouTube, I appreciate the support. Make sure you guys follow our Instagram. We have Instagram and TikTok. You guys can follow there. We got some good edited clips. They look nice. They look
very
dope.
nice, very nice.
So make sure you guys follow us on that. But thank you guys so much for the support we've been receiving so far. We've been absolutely blessed. So thank you guys.
For sure.
This episode.
First, I want to talk about that little controversial thing that's been going on lately. If you saw about it. With,
what about?
Pastor Mike Todd.
Pastor Mike Todd. I did see it, actually.
Yeah, and I love him, dude. I love him. And I still love him, even after that. And I don't know if, like, talking about it is right. You know, because I feel like if I talk about it, then I'm, like, being the same as everybody else. Like, oh, look what this guy did. Look what this guy did.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, like, being with the crowd, but...
Yeah, like a little, like, gossip.
Yeah, I feel like it's gossip.
It.
But at the same time, I'm not saying, like, okay... I'm not gonna watch his videos anymore. I'm not gonna watch his sermons. Like, I'm not gonna say that. It's like a little disgusting.
So for you guys that don't know, Pastor Mike Todd, he's a Transformation Church, right?
Yeah, Transformation lead
So
pastor.
he's this pastor in what state?
Oklahoma,
I think. Don't count us on that one. But he's this awesome pastor. I've been listening to him for a while. He's really great. But over the weekend or 2 weekends ago,
I'm not sure when it happened.
He was doing this message, and he kind of like spit in his hand, and then like, was it his? I think it was his little brother or somebody from the crowd.
I don't know, not from the crowd, definitely not. It was like
somebody he knew. It was like like
a close friend.
Yeah, so he kind of like spit on his hand, on like his own hand, and then he rubbed it on the other person's eye. And he was trying to get like a message across, and people were like, "Yo,
they
like,
took it the wrong way." Yeah,
I don't know. When I saw it, I was like, like that's weird.
Yeah, like I saw it too, and I was like, okay,
but it wasn't like
nasty.
It wasn't like, oh, we gotta cancel this guy, we gotta get him out of here. Like, no, it's just like maybe he like didn't think it through that much.
Yeah,
I don't know, or maybe like he thought like, or who knows? It's all part of God's plan.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? This could just be a way for his name to get out there more.
Maybe.
And it's not like he did something terrible.
No, it's not.
It was a little nasty, but like I'm not gonna stop watching him. I still love his sermons, and I will continue to love his sermons.
Definitely recommend him.
Yeah, for sure. Go watch his sermon.
I'll leave his most recent sermon. Maybe not that one, a different one, in the description of the video. So
definitely, because it was a little nasty, but he was trying to get a message across, and I feel like. He's just trying to poke at us, like that stuff is what like that gets us like, whoa, that's insane.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it gets our attention,
Yeah, it does.
So I see his vision, and I'm still gonna watch his sermons.
Absolutely.
But yeah, okay, let's get to the topic at hand.
Enough gossip.
Yeah, okay, hold on. I've been getting tempted to gossip a little more. I don't know why. Like recently, I've been having situations where it's very easy to say something about somebody.
You're not wrong.
I don't know why it's been like so like recent, but
I don't know.
It's been happening.
It's like I get it. Like a lot of people like around me will, oh, yo, did you hear about this? Like, did you hear about that? I'm like, what? No way. And then like maybe I want to tell somebody else, like a close friend, and then it just gets around, and gossip's not really a good thing.
Yes, no, it's not. Like it says like don't gossip, because gossip is like basically just being fake.
Yeah, and you're kind of just ruining that person's name.
Exactly.
If it's a bad thing, obviously, but I don't know. But yeah,
I don't like it. I don't think I should. Even if it's like not something terrible, I still think that it's like a spark thing. Like you start talking about somebody a little bit, and then like, you know what, that person's kind of annoying, and then you start saying things. So
that's true.
It's not good to gossip.
It's true.
But yeah. Okay. Topic time, right? So today's topic, what is it, Danny?
Balancing everything. Balancing everything.
Teeter-totter.
Stress.
Yeah.
Balancing everything.
It's crazy, man. It's so relevant, dude. There's no way, like, it's everybody has or has already been like through this where they have to balance everything, and I definitely have experienced like what stress is. You know?
Our main audience is like young adults, so 18 to like 27, I think it is the range, and a lot of us are going through a lot whether it's college or whether you're working, family, finances, all that
your
stuff.
Your personal stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, relationships.
Potential partners.
Like when I picture balancing everything, I picture like us struggling with all this, like, not weight, but like just different objects, and some of it falls, some of it, and then it's like, it's kind of crazy. And lately, to be honest, at first it felt like I was balancing so much, but then lately I've been really working on myself, working on my relationship with God, and it's been getting a lot better. Yeah, it's been getting a lot better.
Yeah, it's hard, again, like what you said, you're carrying that stuff. I think about balancing, it's like that what's it called, that teeter-totter? What's that thing where two people are on each side?
Is it that?
Maybe.
No,
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
A
but
seesaw?
Oh, a seesaw. Yeah,
seesaw.
Teeter-totter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to get off the show
you
right
could
now.
get off now.
No, but yeah, like a seesaw. You guys are both jumping up and down. How hard is it for you guys to be at the same level?
Right.
It's so difficult because maybe one guy's too heavy and you guys bring one up.
Fat? Don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
So yeah, just carrying on. Anyways, so yeah, like I would view like this stress that comes from balancing everything out as like a cloud, just above you, that's waiting to just rain down and strike you with lightning at just any potential moment.
It's like, oh, I'm done. Just throws everything. It's like just gives up.
That's how I view it. That's how I view it for sure. And like, I want to ask you, Danny, why is like just being stressed out so, like, why is it so what's the word for it? So easy for us to do?
Bro, we get stressed out for everything. Yeah. Certain people get stressed out for, easier than others. I know, like, I'm kind of hard to stress. It kind of depends on what we're talking about. But like my mom, bro, she gets stressed with everything. I'm like, Ma, you need to chill out. Yeah. And she's actually been getting a lot better. She's been working on herself, and it's good. But why is it so easy? I think it's because, man, maybe lack of God. Maybe balancing too much. Maybe balancing the wrong things.
That's good.
Maybe, there's a lot of reasons why stress like clouds us, right?
For sure. Yeah. And I would just say it as like where we as people, we're all trying to just get situated. Like we're just all just trying to get everything to where we want it to be. It's like we're trying to get to a place where we can just say, I'm good. We're all trying to be like every single part of my life is at like a line that I can handle at. Like I'm doing good right now, and that's it's hard. It's hard to do that, right? And I want to use the analogy of like an equalizer, right? An EQ that's like on some speakers. Okay. So like when you play a song, that equalizer will also match the volume, the rhythm of the song, right? And each bars, right? Yeah. So I would say that the song playing on that speaker is life. Right? Okay. And on that equalizer, those different frequencies, different bars, are different aspects of your life. Okay. And a person like us, like a young adult, as that song's playing, you're trying to get all those bars at one line. But that song is playing. So that song is constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. And you can't pause the song because you can't pause life. No matter what, life's going to keep on going. Time does not stop for you, right?
I don't know if the equalizer is that.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I have a sound system in my car, and the equalizer like changes the bass, but it's like the same throughout all the songs. Yeah. It doesn't really change.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
I just ruined his
No. Don't worry. It's cause
save it.
If you don't have like, if it's not like, what's it called? What's the word for it? If it's not set at one point, it's gonna go all the way around. Right. But that's the thing. Like, a person, a young adult, is trying to get everything at one line. Okay. But that each frequency is constantly changing. Right, and each frequency I would say is again like let's say your treble. Yeah. Your treble is your school life. Right. Your bass is your family life. Right. And your mid range is your friends. Right. And so now you're trying to get like everything at one spot. So, and that's hard again because the song is playing and it's constantly going up and down. But again, like you said, like why can't a person just like change the dial on the speaker, right, to put it to where it wants to be? Okay. So then I would say so let's say a person wants to work on their school life. So they would put all their focus, all their mind onto putting that one thing up. So they're putting that dial up to where it wants to be, right? Okay. And so, the grades are getting better. Okay, but now I'm neglecting my family. So I got to move my hand and start putting that dial up. So now that one's going up right now. So I got my family and my school. I'm doing pretty well. But I'm bored. So I want to have some fun. Okay. So I'm going to go and put my focus on my friends. So I'm going to go hang out with my friends more and go out. But now my grades are going bad. Now my family, I don't know, it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. But also when I go with my friends, like they roast me, so I get a little insecure, and I don't really like going to school because this guy like bullies me, and my ex is there, and I don't like.
That's awfully specific, Louis.
No, but I'm saying that because there's so many things that we're trying to balance out, and if you try to if you focus on one thing, like, let's say like you really want to get your school life better, you're focusing on that one thing, but so that one dial, that one frequency of the equalizer is up, but everything else is down, the song's gonna sound muffled.
Oh yeah,
it's not gonna sound good.
Right.
In the same way, if only your school life is doing good, but your friends and your family aren't the same place you want it to be, you're not going to enjoy everything out of life.
Wow.
You're not going to get all the enjoyment out.
That's true. I think like the thing is, it's not really possible to get all the lines straight. And when you do, like the music just sounds flat.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I think like. The thing is, we try to focus on things that are not important, and that's the problem. So a lot of, we're focused on that one dial, and we're also trying to balance everything else. Like it all just starts adding up, and then you're like, oh, I'm done.
And all the dials go everywhere, and you don't care anymore, and you don't want to care anymore.
Right.
Yeah, that's really good. Like with that, like I like how you said that everything turns flat. That's really cool, because like even if we are to get everything where we want it to be, is that the best where it can be?
Right.
Is that really the best like thing for us? Like we get it, everything. Let's say out of spontaneous thing, we get all of it the way we want it to be. Is that like actually the actual best? Is that the best I can like have, or is that just like the average?
Yeah. As I was preparing for this episode, I went on a more like technical side of things. You went on a more like emotional, right? For me, like something I would say is try to write down everything that you have to do, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, write down all the dials that you're trying to balance, because a lot of times what happens is we think, oh, I have this to do, I have this to do, I have this to do, and you see, like, the whole picture, and all you see is lines and lines of things that you have to do in your head.
Yeah.
But then if you write it down and you space it out, and then you go, oh, maybe I can actually accomplish all these things and actually focus on each one throughout my day, right? And the important thing is to have a priority list. What things do I really have to get done? What things can I put to the side? Throughout the day, like, all right, so like I'll write, I don't actually do this, but I probably should.
Yeah.
But I write like a list. You write a list of the things that you have to do. There we go. You write a list of the things that you have to do. I have to do this, and get them done. So in my life, what happens is right now I'm juggling. I just started my new semester yesterday for college. I'm balancing school. I'm balancing the podcast. I'm balancing my family. I'm balancing myself. I gotta, stay sane. I'm balancing relationships with other people, whether it's friends or with a girl. Whatever it is.
Guy.
Nah, I chose not. But I have to balance all those things. And what happens is I see it all in a big picture, and I try to hit it all throughout the day. I try editing on the podcast, then I try doing a little bit of homework or emailing teachers, and then I try texting the girl or texting friends. Then I try playing a little bit of video games, to stay sane, spend a little time.
Yeah.
In between all of those, by the way, I'm on TikTok for 45 minutes. Now I've got nothing done. I sent 2 text messages to the girl and the friend. I played 10 minutes of like, let's say, Rocket League, lost all the games, edited and got practically nothing done, got 10 seconds of a video done, didn't get any homework done, emails were sent wrong, because I'm trying to do everything at once.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
If I sat down and I focused, I said, I'm going to edit for 2 hours, nothing else, phone on silence, not texting anybody, nothing. 2 hours, focus on the editing, get that done. 2 hours are done. Now I can focus on school. Boom, get the school. All that stuff. And now by 6 o'clock, you have everything done, and you can actually go focus on yourself, focus on your relationships. By the way, focus on your relationship with God. Because what happened was, like, nighttime would come, and let's say I'd be texting, the girl or a friend. And I'd be like, oh, my bad, I can't talk right now. It'll be like 10, 11 when I should be sleeping. Yes, sleeping at 10 o'clock. I should be later. I should be sleeping, but I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm working on the podcast. I have to upload tomorrow, and I got to get it done. Or even later, it'll hit 12 and the Holy Spirit's like, yo, you got to pray, you got to read your Bible. And I'm like, God, I've been editing all day. Like, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep.
Wow.
Were you editing all day? Or were you balancing everything, going on TikTok for 45 minutes and doing all these things? And I was like, wow. So lately, I've been really working on that, where it's like, I really need to start actually focusing on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Instead of balancing everything. Like you said, like, kind of like with the equalizer. If you're trying to do all of them at the same time, you're never going to get it.
Yeah.
But if you focus on one for a little bit, I'm not saying like focus on it completely for the next few months, because then you're ignoring everything else. And you still need to nurture your relationships.
Of course.
You need to, nurture your own mindset, all that stuff. But throughout your day, instead of waking up at 10 o'clock, wake up a little, if you need to. That's what I'm saying. If you're balancing so much, write these things down and look at your schedule and see like, maybe it's not possible to balance all these things in this time set that I'm giving myself. Maybe I need to wake up a little bit earlier to get this stuff done.
Wow.
So that I can have time at nighttime to talk to whoever I want and nurture those relationships. And I've needed to do that because I'd be waking up at 10 at night, going to sleep, not waking up at 10 at night, waking up at 10 in the morning. I got to eat breakfast, all that stuff. I don't start working till 1.
All those time that you
and then all that time that I missed. And then one morning I woke up at 7, which is, by the way, a normal time to wake up.
Good time to wake up.
Is a good 7 in the morning. Got ready. I was working by 9. Worked all morning, all afternoon. I had a great day. Got so much work done. Nurtured great relationships. Went out with friends at night.
Wow.
That's what happens when you balance things the right way. And when you do, your stress is less. So this episode's not too much about dealing with stress, as in like, oh, I have stress. How do I like deal with it? No, how do we lessen the stress?
Yeah. Wow. And a big word I'm getting right now is just priority. Like what are your priorities? Like
exactly.
Everybody needs to question themselves right there. Like what am I really prioritizing, right? Like I said before, like on a different podcast, where don't say that I don't have time. Like you make time for what you want to do.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, what are you prioritizing?
Right.
Are you prioritizing things that take away from you, or things that give to you?
Yeah.
Things that are actually allowing you to get to a place you want to be, or things that are breaking you down?
Something that I heard was you need to learn to say no. It's so powerful,
That's just
bro.
discipline, dude. That's literally just discipline,
bro. But not even just that. Like sometimes, like a lot of times, people require a lot of you.
Yeah.
So like, oh, hey, Lewis, can you go buy these things for me? Like whatever. Sometimes like we're always like, yeah, I'll do that. But then like sometimes we have to learn to say, no, I'm sorry. I have priorities on my list that I need to get done.
And I feel like that's loving yourself.
Oh yeah.
Saying no is like,
not just that, but you're working towards your purpose. If it's stuff that you're working on that's towards your purpose, those are your priorities.
That's so good.
And then it also goes towards like the other stuff. Saying no to, hey, I'm about to grab my phone for TikTok. Nope, not doing that.
Yeah.
I should focus. What is TikTok feeding me? Garbage. Garbage. TikTok is feeding you garbage. I had it uninstalled and I installed it again so I can do the things for the podcast.
I was about to say.
And then now, like, oh my gosh, now I'm just on it again and again.
You're going to make them not watch our TikTok clips, dog. You're talking about some...
Oh, yeah. Yo, don't delete TikTok. Follow us,
watch our videos.
And that's it.
Don't watch anything else.
And share them. No,
share them for now.
But yeah, like, that discipline of saying no, right?
Yeah.
Let's say also, there's just so many opportunities where you need to say no. For me, like, nighttime will come. Once again, talking to the girl, it'll hit like 1 in the morning and I have so much stuff to do tomorrow and I have to go to bed, like, and I'm like, she's like, hey, like, let's talk some more, like, whatever. I'm like, I could be like, no.
Yeah.
I gotta go to sleep.
And that's hard because you want to. You know?
And that's discipline. You need to take that time. That's love for yourself. If you're not sleeping right, the next day you're not going to be energetic and you're going to get nothing done.
Now imagine if you didn't do those things, like you said, you didn't do anything productive, and at that time that that girl's asking you to talk, you say, yeah, that's not loving yourself.
No, it's not.
You're like giving yourself cake. You're like, you want your cake and eat it too. You can't do that.
He's been on a diet now. Like all he's talking about is
not even. But I like that saying though. Like you want your cake and eat it too, right? Meaning that you want to have the cake, but you also want to eat it. You can't do both.
You can't.
So like with that, like you're not loving yourself if you're in that time at 1 a.m. when you're like, I didn't do anything today, but I'm still gonna go talk to this person because I feel like it.
Yeah.
That is like you're double downing on like unproductivity. It's like
unproductive.
I'm telling you, I make words.
No, it's a real word. You just pronounced it funny.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Oh my
No, but that's true. It's really hard to like balance everything out. You're trying to get everything done, all those equalizers, all those frequencies. You're trying to get everything good, right? And what's it called? You're trying to get all these responsibilities. You're trying to be responsible, but the thing is, like, it's just you can't. You have to understand that you can't handle everything.
Wow.
You can't take everything in your hand and then say, this is where I want everything. You can't. You're not made for that. And the thing is, why you can't do it is because you're trying to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I had to learn in the beginning of my faith, which is something that really, like, the only thing that allowed me to get over what I had to get over was understanding that I can't do it by my own strength.
Wow.
Like, if you trust in yourself, it says, if you trust in yourself, you're a fool. You cannot trust in your own mind and your own wisdom. You can't do that. And for you to trust in your own strength is even worse. Wow. Because we're weak people. So you can't, like, that's the one, like, key thing, a foundational thing that all of us need to understand. It's what's the word? Oh, I forgot the word. Oh my gosh, detrimental or no.
Make one up. Make one up.
No. Hold on. I gotta use this word. I gotta use this word because I heard it in high school and I really liked it. It was, oh my gosh, imperative.
Yo, guys, he reads.
It is imperative that every single person understands that they can't do it by themselves.
Wow.
They need help. Like, we're made to receive strength from an outward source. We're made to receive that strength, that peace, that joy from outward sources. We can't just build everything up inside of us by ourselves, right? And that's the one detrimental thing, imperative thing that I have grown to understand is that, again, every single obstacle that comes my way, every temptation, every addiction I need to overcome is not by my own strength.
Wow.
It's by asking the Lord, like, getting God, I need it. I need your strength, right? It says, my strength is made perfect in weakness. Yeah. God, I'm weak. And it says, I boast I boast all the more about my weakness. Yeah. So that strength can rest upon me.
Wow.
So I can boast saying, I'm weak, dude. Like I tell you, Danny, I'm weak, man. I can't do it. And I get that strength because I'm acknowledging my weakness. Yeah. I'm acknowledging the fact that I can't do it by myself and I need something else. I need some more. I need some strength.
Something I've been working on lately in myself, and it's, dude, I'm telling you, it works so much, right? So this episode, we're talking about balancing everything, and what happens when we try to balance a lot of things is stress, right? Yeah, we talked about stress. And what a lot of people maybe are watching is like, how do I get that stress down? Because stress sucks. Nobody wants stress, right?
No, nobody wants that.
And the way I've been doing it, it's amazing, bro. So how about we start thanking God for the things that he's giving us to balance? Yeah, I have a lot, but thank you that I have a lot. God, my car, like, it's making the squeaking sound and now, like, it's breaking apart. Oh, I'm so stressed. How about you thank God that you have a car?
Wow.
You don't have a car.
No, I don't.
And I'm over here whining about something about my car, and I have a car. I should thank you, Lord, for the opportunity that I have a car. Dang, I have so many tests coming from a college. I have the opportunity to go to college and get an education.
Wow.
And I'm over here whining about it. And I'm getting stressed over, and I'm like, every morning I wake up, God, thank you that I have so much work to do. Thank you. I'd rather have work to do and be a little bit stressed over all these things I have to do than lay in bed and have zero purpose and do nothing all day. Thank you.
Wow.
And and it's been getting my stress down because it's like, oh, I love playing with the wire of the mic and it keeps disconnecting. But thank you, Lord, for just the things that you've given me to balance and all this all these things that come at me because it's like a teaching thing. Yeah. It's the same thing. Because I remember I went through a really rough time and God disciplined me to a different level. And I know I told you about that, but after I realized, like, wow, thank you for disciplining me. Nobody says that. Listen, I'm Hispanic. My mom would, I'm going to get my mom in trouble. No, but she would, like, discipline us.
Of course.
The Hispanic way. If you guys are Hispanic, you know how that works.
TJ Maxx. In the front of TJ Maxx in the car.
So many different occasions, even in public, guys. You guys don't understand. But you guys know how they discipline. And if it wasn't for the way they disciplined me, I wouldn't be the way that I am right now.
Of course.
Right? So a lot of times we never say, thank you, Mom, for smacking me in the middle of TJ Maxx, right? Like, we never say that.
Yeah, of course.
But maybe instead, like, thank you, God, for that discipline that you've given me. Just that helps just get that stress down when you're realizing, hey, this stuff that I'm trying to balance is actually like a blessing from God.
Yeah. That's so good. And I feel like with that, like, you're setting the scene for yourself, you know? That's why it says in the Bible, like, always be grateful. Always bring thanksgiving. Like what you're saying, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that. Why? Because it sets the scene, right? You're not just saying, man, I got so much stuff to do. And God's like, I gave you that stuff for a reason, you know? That reminded me of that verse that says, he who is trusted in little will be trusted in much.
Wow.
So it's like whatever's in front of you right now in your life that you have to be responsible for, that you have to grow with, be faithful to that. Mm-hmm. So that when you're in later times, you can get more stuff and get more responsibilities so that you can be responsible for more things. Right. But again, that's with you right now, like saying, I'm thankful for what I have. I'm going to be faithful to it and I'm going to grow with it. Wow. Because that's what you need to do, right? Again, whatever you have now, you be faithful with that. You're going to get more later. Yeah. And a lot of times, like, I believe stress is, stress is terrible, but stress shows us our limits. I'm really like raspy. What the heck?
Let it out, man. Let it out.
But yeah, like what I was saying, how you were saying, you know, like stress can really, you know, it's really overarching us. Stress shows us our limits, right? Like I have a story where I'm gonna tell you the first time I ever experienced stress, I didn't even know what it was. Like I remember it was 1 week where I actually set goals for myself, right? I was like, all right, I'm going to read the Bible every day. I'm going to do like 100 push-ups every day. And it was during wrestling season, right? Because I used to wrestle in high school. And so we had a wrestling match in that. Don't mess with Lewis. I'm kind of rusty. But we had a wrestling match in that same week. And so I was trying to, you know, get push-ups in. I had wrestling practice. Every time I got off wrestling practice, I would go push up. I would read the Bible after. And I was doing that for a week, like for like a whole week. And I think I was doing pretty good with it. And then the wrestling match day came, right? So I was on the bus. I was getting there. And on that bus, like I remember I was sitting and I was just like, I had this feeling inside me because I used to get, I mean, I probably will still get nervous, but I get nervous when I go into a wrestling match, right? But like this wasn't like some normal nervousness. I was tweaking. Like I was in that seat, like, man, what's going on? Like I felt it ripping through my body. Like I never felt that feeling before. And I remember I was on my phone and I was trying to find songs that would alleviate the pain. Like I was trying to find like songs that like make me feel better. Like,
yeah, that sounds deep.
Like I was trying to put songs on like that, you know, some nice like, let's go. It's like not helping me. Like nothing was helping that feeling I had. Okay. And I'm so thankful that I didn't wrestle that day because
why not?
Because I don't know, we had somebody else on the same weight class that was better than me, so you know whatever.
you gotta a ticket out.
Yeah, after I came home from that like wrestling match, I was like, what is that feeling? And like I remember I called my friend, and a lot of times when I called my friend, like it would help me out, you know, I'd feel better. So that's how kind of I would deal with it, by calling my friend. And so we had a conference at my church. I went to the conference. I was like, yeah, I like conferences. Of course, I love it. And this woman prayed for me, or no, my friend prayed for me, and he was like, you're walking with a big boulder on top of you, and that boulder is stopping you from moving forward. You can't do it by yourself. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I know that there's a word on the boulder, but I can't see it.
Those are my favorite prayers where you're like, what are you talking about? And then like the next day, you're like, whoa.
I was like, what is this guy on about? And then he was like, oh, that word on that boulder is stress. And I was like,
yeah, out of body experience.
Like literally, I was like, whoa, what? And I got prayed for by somebody else. And they said that you were dealing with it the wrong way. And I was like, whoa. You know, like I first off, like first experience with stress, did not like it. Do not like stress. But the way that she said that, like, you know, right, where she was like, again, you're putting bandages on a heart that needs surgery. Yeah. And I was like, dang. Like, even though when I called my friend and I would, you know, tell, like, I felt good. It felt nice. But, you know, it's again, like, she, like what she said to me, like the bandages on the heart, right? You're putting bandages on a heart that needs surgery. And so, like, I thought about it. I was like, wait, so that means that we can deal with stress the wrong way, you know? Yeah. And like you have to ask yourself, are you dealing with your stress the wrong way?
That's such a great question, because a lot of times we take that stress and we get rid of it in a way that is not healthy. Some people to an extreme, maybe drinking or drugs or partying. Other people just, like you said, even as simple as talking to your friend, but maybe your friend's not there forever. Now they leave, and now what? You don't have a reliever. Are you relying on somebody that can't give you that?
Wow.
They're giving you bandages. They can't give you that surgery that you need. And what we've talked about on previous episodes before is taking that root.
Yeah.
If you're just cutting down the branches, you're not going to fix that issue that you're having.
Exactly.
So that was crazy, that boulder experience.
Yeah, it was crazy because, again, like I was, like, imagine how far you can go with a boulder on top of you, right? It's like basically saying you're struggling to move forward because of this one thing.
Wow.
And you're dealing with it the wrong way. You're not even getting it. You're not even pulling the boulder off. You're not even trying to, right? So it's even like, what are you actually trying to do? Like what you said, to get over your stress. What are the practical ways, the practical things you're applying to get over that stress, right? And so, like, I wanted to say, because it reminded me of, like, I was just thinking about it, and it reminded me of a verse, right? And it was the verse that, where is it? That with man, it's impossible.
Wow.
But with God, all things are possible. And I know I've said it before on the podcast, but it's like, with man, you won't be able to have that peace that transcends all human understanding, right? With man, you won't be able to juggle school, juggle your faith, while trying to help people at the same time. But with God, you can.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to, like, understand what are your limits. Yeah. Like I said before, your stress shows you your limits. Like with that story I told you, even though, yeah, that was the first time I had stress and I hated it, did not like it, it showed me my limits. You know, it showed me how much I can do. So now I bet you if I did the same thing, made goals for myself, I'd go there and I wouldn't feel as stressed. Why? Because I know that territory. You know,
wow.
Like the thing is,
We've talked about exploring outside the bubble. Yeah,
and that stress is like, it's almost like a barrier. So when you get to that barrier, right? When you break a limit, you have to get to the limit first. So like you can say stress is a limit breaker, because you stress. I'm telling you, stress sucks. I know it does, but it shows you your limits. You hit that barrier of stress, and you're like, that really hurt. But now next time you can you break through it.
Ooh.
So now you're breaking through that limit.
Yeah.
But I know it's stress, but like I said before, you're being trusted with more now. Yeah, you were stressed at that one moment, but now next time you go to that moment, you're not gonna be stressed anymore because you know what that is. Wow. And so now you're gonna have new moments, new experiences that do stress you out, but they will bring, again, more growth and more knowledge and more experience. But that comes with that. Man. So it's like it's changing a bit of view on it, even though it's mostly just negative.
For those people that like to write things down, this is what I would write down if you're listening to this episode. First, work on your relationship with God.
Yeah.
Right? Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take.
Cheat code.
If you're going on the wrong path, you're going to get stressed.
Cheat code right there.
If he tells you a path to go on, you know everything's going to be okay. Write down everything that you need to get done. And prioritize which ones you actually do really need to get done. That was not English. Prioritize the ones that you really need to get done, and boot down the ones that you don't really need to, right? What can we take off that list, right? Another verse, Ephesians 5:15-16. So be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. That kind of goes along with the lazy episode.
Yeah.
Make the most out of every opportunity.
Less stress.
Yeah. Next, plan your week in advance. When your week's about to start, right? What in that list that you already made? What in that list? And separate it. Set that schedule. Say, I want to get this done today. I want to get this done today. I want to get this done today. Because it's like what you talked about, setting those goals. When you wake up and you have nowhere to run, like no goals, like you're not going to get anything done because you're like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever I want. But if you have those goals set, oh, I need to accomplish that goal. Got to get that done. Motivates you to get that stuff done. And stop procrastinating. Stop pushing it to next week.
Yeah.
Get it done today, because that's what happens. That's kind of like a story in college. Like, I remember the week of exams came. Keep in mind, I had no idea that exams were coming.
No way.
I mean, I did know exams were coming, but I didn't like actually look into it. So 3 exams for three different classes, and I was like, oh, I gotta study. Oh shoot.
Gosh,
I let it all for the last minute, and then I'm like, I'm balancing so much. Maybe if I studied earlier, I wouldn't be balancing this much, and I was stressed. But that's another one.
And yeah.
You want to say something?
Yeah. Like what you were saying before, with the goals. Like what I just got is like goals are your path to your destination, right? Like when you're saying you wake up, you have no goals. It's like you wake up, you start running, but you have no destination. So you're running wild. You're running left, right, up and down, like sideways. You're running every type of way except the where you have to go.
Yeah.
So you're saying like that's really good that goal, like that goal setting your goals every morning for like next week, it's going to be the path that brings you to the destination you want to be at. And it's the path maker.
Right. And along with planning your week, maximize your time. That's what we talked about before. Maximize your time. If you have a lot of things to balance, great, whatever, right? We're going to get those done. But how are you going to get those done? By cutting down on the things that are wasting your time. Yeah, I spent 30 minutes on TikTok. 30 minutes is not a lot. Everybody's like, yo, 30 minutes is not a lot. I spent 6 hours. 30 minutes, right? But then after playing the game, I spent 30 minutes. While I was eating, I watched an extra YouTube video, and now I spent too long eating. I spent an hour and a half eating. I don't know. You're just wasting that time. You need to maximize your time, especially when you have so much to balance. Cut down on those things that are actually wasting, even the little things, because the minutes add up. If you spend 30 minutes in between things on TikTok, now you're up to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. Just think about it. What can you do in 4 hours? So much.
That's true. Yeah.
So much. So maximize your time. Make sure you're actually using your time correctly.
Yeah. And you have to show that you're responsible. You know? Like, yeah, you cut down on TikTok, but like, what are like the priorities? You got to show that you want that stuff. You know, you got to show you want that stuff to be where you want it to be. Yeah. And that comes with prioritizing. I remember I had a conversation with one of my, like, I think a pastor from another church. It was like during the online Project Timothy, whatever. So I was talking to them and I was like asking him, you know, how do I, because I was struggling with struggling still am, but just like, you know, disciplining time and enjoying the things I want to enjoy, but also, you know, walking in my purpose. So I remember I asked him, you know, how do I do this? And he was like, well, for me, I wake up and in the morning I just do what I have to do. And then after that, I'm good. I was like,
is that easy?
What? What are you talking about right now,
Is
dog?
that easy, bro?
It's like, think
Is that easy, bro?
And I was like, I wake up, I do what I got to do first, and the rest of the day I can do whatever I want.
Dang, that sounds like the lifestyle.
And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh, my mic just fell. I'll hold on to the mic for the rest of the
Okay. I'll
hold on to the mic.
I'll take you seriously. But yeah, like, imagine that, just saying, yo, I did everything in the morning. Like, I did the things that I needed to do in the morning. I got through them first. So now the rest of the day I'm just chilling. Yeah, so like imagine you literally just say, yo, man, I got everything done in the morning. And then the rest of the day I do what I want. Like this guy, dude, I heard that.
Sounds amazing.
I heard that like, oh really? Okay. All right. I got you. Okay, I got you. I ended the call. Out of here, boy. No, but it's so simple, you know, like just getting through the things you have to get through first. Yeah. And waiting for the things that, again, don't, like, I remember I was searching up, like, how do I manage my time? How do I do the things I have to do? And one of the things, I forgot what it was called, but it was like, you like what you said, you put the things down, what you need to do. What's like super priority, what doesn't matter, well, like what you want to do out of enjoyment versus what you have to do. So you'd put like, again, the things down that you must do because you know you need to do them, and then put the things down that you really don't need to do, like go on TikTok, play games. Yeah,
the priority list.
And so that priority list is super important, and everybody should definitely do that.
Another thing that I wasn't thinking about this beforehand, but then I found this and I was like, wow, that's so true. Check your worth ethic, right? Mm-hmm. Exodus 34:21. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but on the seventh day you must stop working, even during the season of plowing and harvest. Wow. Even when you have so much to balance, you need to rest. And I don't just mean at night. For me, my Sabbath day, the rest day is on Sunday. Yours can be whenever you want. But it's so important to actually take it. Why are you laughing at me?
Because you were like, the rest, you guys can do whatever you want, okay? Whatever episode you can do, okay? Saturday, Monday?
You can do whatever you want. Nah, but work 6 days. But on that seventh, take time to yourself.
No, definitely.
Relax. Because if you're piling all this stress and all that stuff, the stress will come even if you're doing things the right way because you're not resting. You're not letting your body rest. Yeah. You also get less work done. If you're pushing yourself past a possible limit, if you're not resting at all, now you got back pain. You can't work as efficiently because you got back pain.
Now you got headaches.
Because you've been staring at a screen all day editing. Maybe if you took a rest, you'd get more work done. So although you feel like you're getting less work done, you're probably getting more because you're being more efficient.
That's good. And in the grand scheme of things, it seems like that's one day I can't work.
Right.
No, that's one day that you can refuel and get the work you need to be done on the week. That's why God made that seventh day. He said he's setting an example for us.
Right.
He didn't have to rest on the seventh day, but he did to show us that man was not made for the Sabbath, but the Sabbath was made for man.
Bars.
Bars. It was made for us. It was made so that we could relax because we have to.
And the last one I wrote down is delegate. This one I was surprised about too. What that means is to hand jobs out, basically. Right? I made the same face. I was like, what do you mean by that? And then I remembered there was one, right? There's one time I was changing my exhaust to my car. I wanted it a little louder. I was changing it, but the car. Yo.
I'm sorry, annoying.
Yo. But I was changing the exhaust, and the car's so old, and the bolts were so rusty. I spent, I kid you not, hours, days trying to drill that bolt out because I couldn't get it out because it was so rusted. Bolts ended up breaking. I was like, oh my gosh, so much stress, hours, wasting my time. I took it to the shop. They got it done in 5 minutes. So a lot of times what we do is we put these jobs that are not our specialty in our own hands. Right? And that's why we get stressed, because maybe that's not our job. It's not our opportunity. They could get it done in 5 minutes, and the hours that I spent working on it, that is not my specialty, I could have been working on something else that's more important. So sometimes let other people do the job. Maybe that's not your own specialty, right?
Humility. Yeah. It's always humility.
You want to say anything else to wrap up?
No, just but you said about with that last point. Don't let pride keep you doing something that's like wasting your time. Right? Like if you let pride overtake you in that moment, you would say, "Nah, I can do it by myself. I'm gonna do it." And so you spend like even more days. And maybe you did get it done. And you're like, that pride I have was validated. Yeah. But no, if you just went to the shop 5 minutes, what's the more wisest thing? Don't let your pride get in front of doing something that's more wise and more edifying for sure.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us with fallen mics.
So
good. Onto the mic, but thank you. I gotta fix this.
Save the outro, bro.
My bad, bro. I'm working on it. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on Spotify, iTunes, or watching us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, subscribe to us, follow us, share us, like, comment, do all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys. Tune in for the next episode. We love you. Peace out.
Peace.